When Congress passed the D.C. Emancipation Act in April 1862, giving compensation to loyal owners, Coakley, Gabriel Coakley, a leader of the Black Catholic community in Washington, successfully petitioned for his wife and children. Since he had purchased their freedom in earlier years, he was one of only a handful of Black Washingtonians to claim this. The federal government paid him $1,489.20 for 8 people he owned. He had claimed their value at $3,300.
Emancipation Compact, an act for the release of certain persons held to service or labor in the District of Columbia. 37th. The act was signed by U.S. President Abraham Lincoln on April 16, 1862. The ownership of enslaved people in the capital was not affected, and District of Columbia residents could still buy and sell enslaved people in neighboring Virginia and Maryland. Congress approved a supplement to the original Compensated Emancipation Act. The amendment passed on July 12, 1862, allowing formerly enslaved people to petition for compensation if their former owners had not done so. Under the Supplemental Act, claims made by blacks and whites were weighted equally, whereas previously, the testimonies of blacks enslaved or free were discarded if challenged by a white person. In the months following the enactment of the law, commissioners approved more than 930 petitions, granting freedom to 2,989 former slaves. Compensated Emancipation Act became law, originally sponsored by Senator Henry Wilson of Massachusetts. The act freed slaves in the District of Columbia and compensated owners up to $300 for each free person. Compensates Emancipation Act became law, originally sponsored by Senator Henry Wilson of Massachusetts. The act freed slaves in the District of Columbia and compensated owners up to $300 for each free person. Etymology of emancipation, which comes from a Latin word combining the prefix "e", meaning away, and mancipare, meaning to transfer ownership of. Lincoln stated, "If I could have ended the war without freeing the slaves, I would."